Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Tropical update number 62 on Invest Peter, Category 3 Major Hurricane Sam. An area of interest located in the Central Atlantic at Invest 90L. Let's get into it. First, we're going to talk about the general overview here. We have Invest Peter located near Bermuda with a 60% chance of formation in the next 5 days. We have the remnants of Teresa off to the east of that. Odette just east of that. Into the east of that, we have the remnants of Rose. All three of those remnant lows not expected to reform into tropical cyclones. However, Peter might actually do that with the small window for it to become a depression. Category 3 Hurricane Sam still making its way towards Bermuda, likely going to swing just to the east of that. That's the theme today, I guess. We have an area of interest over the Central Atlantic, and again, to the east of that, Invest 90L that we're going to be continuing to watch. That's going to head up near where Rose is at right now. So let's begin first with Peter. As we see here, it's remnant, low, whatever's left over with it. We do see a decent amount of convection. We see some bursts, some cooler cloud tops up there today. Now, odds from the Hurricane Center at 60%. Again, it has about a day or two that it could form into a tropical depression again very briefly, and it will retain its name of Peter despite dying out as a tropical cyclone 5 or so days ago. We're just going to continue to monitor Peter and see what happens there over the next few days. Moving on to Sam. Sam has been a roller coaster these past few days. Last night, or yesterday morning, rather, on satellite, this storm was one of the most beautiful hurricanes you've seen, especially because it wasn't affecting land. A fantastic storm, arguably a Category 5, probably was a Category 5, but we never got a plane in there when it was at peak strength. By the time the plane got in there, the storm started to weaken. It weakened most of the day yesterday into overnight tonight. And we can kind of see that at the beginning of this satellite loop, how we really can't see that well on Sam. But the eye's coming back now. Sam is re-strengthening. It likely went from Cat 5 after it rapidly became a Cat 5 down to Cat 3 probably early this morning. And now it's making its way back up to a mid-range Cat 3 into Cat 4. Again, major hurricane strength expected through at least Saturday morning, according to the National Hurricane Center, as it moves to the east of Bermuda. Again, Bermuda with a currently about 30% chance of tropical storm force winds beginning around midday on Friday. As we see here, again, this is the European model on the left-hand side of the screen. Again, just to the east of Bermuda, we see Peter's remnants there. That's those blue lines off to the side of these hot pink lines that Sam is creating because it's stronger, obviously. And down in the bottom, we can see our other storms we'll talk about later here. Intensity guidance from the dynamical hurricane models currently almost all agreeing on a Category 3, perhaps briefly Cat 2, perhaps back up to Cat 4 here in about 3 days or so, but that's just kind of where we're at the moment in terms of intensity. Looking at the dynamical hurricane models in terms of track, again, Bermuda's not completely out of the woods yet, but most of the guidance suggesting a bit to the east of the island. Same deal for the GFS ensemble. East of the island, and then by the time we get to about a week from now, next Monday, we're going to be wanting to watch Newfoundland for potential landfall impacts with a decaying and likely much larger Sam as it makes its way towards Atlantic Canada. That area of interest over the Central Atlantic, again, just the west of that area that we've been watching the past few videos. Well, we do have another area as we see a decent amount of model support with it. Not going to be insanely long lasting. 80% chance in the next 5 days from the Hurricane Center with this one. So certainly something we're going to want to watch. Invest 90L, the same odds as the previous one. A bit better model support and definitely no threat to land on this one, thankfully. Although perhaps the Azores later on, but that's still a while away. if that's a thing, we'll continue to monitor this one. It does have pressure and wind speed data. I believe the wind speeds are currently around 25 miles an hour or something very weak like that. As we see, not great organization at the moment, but a decent amount of convection in the area. That's all we have for today. Again, we're still watching the remnants of Peter for potential reformation. Major Hurricane Sam making its way towards Bermuda. 2 areas out in the Atlantic, no threat to land, thankfully. And of course, there are a few other features and potential things in the future that we're going to want to continue to watch. That's all for now. Chris Dixon of Weather Catholic Media.